What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berm, and today we are hitting the VGC Regulation E ranked ladder with this Glare Arbok team. Before we begin, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, helping this video reach more people, helping the channel grow, I'd appreciate that. We're trying to hit 10K by New Year's. You never know. I appreciate you clicking any buttons you can now or before the video ends. Those buttons being, obviously, like, comment, subscribe, share, notifications. There's a lot of them down there. YouTube likes it when you click any or all of them. And so do I, frankly. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do stream. I had to miss this week. Thanks for your understanding, everybody. But typically I will stream, and it's battles against the chat most of the time. And in lieu of missing this week's stream, I actually just posted a poll on YouTube to see if people wanted a specific Pokemon. I put 4 Pokemon there. I think the Pokemon were Arbok, Chandelure, Crawdaunt, and Gliscor. And it was actually incredibly close, and it went back and forth. At the time of me having to sit down and make the team, Arbok was winning. I actually don't think Arbok is winning anymore. It had hundreds, maybe even 1,000 votes. It was kind of crazy. Thank you so much for interacting with that. But this is the team that we ended up with. I'm very excited to use it today. Arbok is a tricky Pokemon to use. It has a lot of good stuff. Its stats are somewhat to be desired, and its typing isn't awesome to help cover for those weaker, stats. Not a perfect speed stat, not great defenses, but I think that this set I've been finding some success with. What Arbok has that not a lot of Pokemon do is access to Glare, which is a 100% accurate status move that paralyzes the opponent. And what's really nice is it's not blocked by grass types like Stun Spore is, and it's not blocked by ground types like Thunder Wave is. You can paralyze Landorus's, you can paralyze Ursaluna's, that is absolutely on the table for this. And I thought, what's a good way to support that and really go full on with that strategy? And it's Para-Flinch, gang. So if Arbok can sit there and glare things while Arcanine, Roaring Moon, or Tyranitar rock slides behind it, we're in a good situation. That's the plan. That's the team. I think it's going to be really fun. Again, Arbok, not an easy Pokemon to use, but I'm hoping it can shine a little bit today and maybe even get a kill or two with a surprise Sucker Punch or Gunk Shot. Thanks so much for clicking on this video in the first place, as I said, and without any further ado, let's hop into some battles here, shall we? All right. Well, if you can't read their name and they're running great Pokemon, just be ready for a smackdown. It's basically what I've come to believe. I don't know what language that is. But I feel like I'm going to run into, typically it's like, I'm going to run into some sets and some spreads that I just have never seen, and it's actually optimal, oh, gosh, okay. Well, paralysis isn't bad for a lot of stuff. The nice thing is that we actually don't have an awful matchup into Fluttermane with Arbok. Kind of cool. I'd like my Tailwind, I think. We can go Bonkey. And I got to be careful what I lock into, but I think Arcanine's a good last one. It is so funny and crazy how good and useful Hisuian Arcanine is. I feel like when its typing was announced, we knew the Pokemon before we knew what its typing was going to be, with Growlithe at least. And when it was like, oh, the new Growlithe is Rock Fire, I feel like everybody was like, oh man, that sucks. We really wanted to be able to use the new Arcanine, but Rock Fire, weak to 50,000 things. So I could Tera Fire here if I wanted. My instinct is just to protect for one turn while I paralyze something. I'll para the Fluttermane. And it's really just about how, like, I think they might just U-turn D-Gleam or something, or U-turn Icy Wind or something. Let's get them slow. They attempt the U-turn. It is into the Roaring Moon. What does Fluttermane do? Fluttermane. Oh, dear God. They really wanted... They wanted... They wanted blood, dude. Okay. I'm going to glare this thing now because it's Choice Scarfed. Confirmed. And I might Terrifier. I think Roaring Moon could be useful in the back, so I don't want to lose it here. They're not switching out. That's fantastic news for me. Actually, does Choice Scarf Lando go before Booster Energy Roaring Moon? Surely not. Cool. Does Tailwind Arbok go before Choice Scarf Lando? Good stuff. You turn into my fire type any day. Go for it. Go for it. What is that from? It's like a Smash Bros. Character, right? Ah. Amoonguss. I can Gunk Shot into that slot. I could go into Rillaboom to avoid... Yeah, I think I could do that. I don't want to take a Moonblast necessarily with my Rillaboom, but... I don't want Arcanine to get hit by a Spore either. What does Rillaboom do once it's out? Nothing really. I think I do switch the Arcanine in. I just feel like they Spore, though. It's a tough position to be in. Amoonguss will always be good. This way they can't Spore either of my Pokemon. So the Amoonguss does nothing here, but it's not like I have great options against the Amoonguss itself. Okay, getting more Intimidate's fine. This will do a little bit. Jeez, I healed him. And they Spored into the Rillaboom slot. Okay. I think there's a pretty good chance that they Spore into Arbok now. I'm going to Glare it. I'm going to Fake out the Lando. Let's just... I know that it's not... I'm not, like, glaring it so that I outspeed Amoonguss. Like, that's not really helping me at all. But if we can make that thing Paraflinch susceptible as well, not a bad scenario. Let's really kill this thing with the Paraflinch chances here. Oh, flying. Sure. Rage Powder there. Okay. I assumed they would attempt to Spore the Arbok slot, but I'm not mad about that. Gotta see a Tera flying into the Rillaboom spot now, right? Right? I feel like I want to double switch, to be honest with you. We'll get a little more chip on the Lando. Why not? But Arcanine's the perfect switch in here. They're not going to Spore into that slot. They are going to Tera Blast flying into this slot. I think it's the play. This gets me one more Intimidate. Or this is the first Intimidate on the Lando. Rage Powder. We know that they're locked, too, so they have to be going for Tera Blast. That shows my my safety goggles right there. So glad we came up against an Amoonguss with the safety goggles strat. No more Tailwind, but it shouldn't matter. Let's bring in Roaring Moon now. I'm just going to Rock Slide. That's the strat, man. Let's get these para flinches. We got everything parried. Now we flinch. They're going to cycle out their Intimidator as well. Who are they going to give me? Okay. I'll get some damage off on that thing now. What's it boosting? Attack was boosted. Okay. That means I am faster than it. Right? Yeah. Oh, they did Spore into that slot. And we didn't get the para flinch. No! Alright, let's Tailwind. Let's Intimidate. Arcanine had one sleep turn. No, it didn't. It didn't yet have it. It did not have one sleep turn yet. I don't know what their Roaring Moon's going for. They're going to Rage Powder, not Spore. That's good. That's good for me. Here comes my Tailwind. I can now para the Roaring Moon. They're going to D-Dance. Ooh, I definitely need to para that thing, huh? Okay. Okay. Well, there's no time like the present to start. Let's Rock Slide. And let's Glare, baby. Can I get every single one of them? I mean, they're not switching out the Roaring Moon now, right? Can I get all of them paralyzed? Every single Pokemon, including the Mushroom, is going to be paralyzed on this team. They're only at neutral attack now, and they're at +1 speed, but I'm under Tailwind. They might move before me. Their Roaring Moon might move before Arbok. No, it doesn't even. Okay, cool. Full para flinch chances on both. We got a flinch on something. And we see the Spore come out of the Mushroom, but they did not clock earlier that their Rage Powder didn't do anything. Let's Rock Slide again. And now we can Gunk Shot into the Amoonguss. Dude, this is such a good Arbok game. I'm so pumped. Just gotta close it out, man. None of their Pokemon are having a good time. The only thing that I'm concerned about is the sleeping Arbok in the Arcanine in the back. Another Rock Slide. Gunk Shot's gonna miss. Okay. And we see the knockoff into my Arbok, which just kills it. Okay, okay. Well, you heard me say that, you heard me say that the Arbok's defenses were bad in the beginning, right? Ooh, you know what? They were... okay. Yeah. They weren't neutral attack. I hit him with the Intimidate, and then they Dragon Dance, but they boosted attack when they hit the field. Correct. Correct. We're just going to U-turn straight out. My Roaring Moon is the most important Pokemon of mine. Ooh, they tried to... What did they try to do there? Did they try to protect? I think it was the Roaring Moon that just... Uh-oh. Citrus Berry. It will live here. Need that Paraflinch. Ooh, that did nothing. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Just don't put my Roaring Moon to sleep. No! On the turn that the Tailwind peters, too. Good. Rillaboom is still super useful for me. In fact, Rillaboom can take out the remaining Pokemon. I just need... just not Amoonguss, so... that's a concern. For sure. I don't want to switch out Roaring Moon here and let Rillaboom take a Tera Flying. Like, that's my biggest issue. But also Rock Slide is pretty possible here, huh? Alright, let's get Rillaboom in. I can't attack here with either of these Pokemon. They both have a mandatory sleep turn in front of them, so... I know nothing's happening here. It's such a good position for my opponent to have put me in. We get a full para on something. I think that was the Lando. And Pollen Puff. Okay. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I mean, it's not great. I don't like that it has a bunch of HP now, but... let's fake you out. I really think that I need to kill the Amoonguss. But Rock Slide is calling my name, man. It's screaming my name from the rooftops, in fact. No, let's delete the Amoonguss. You can't do anything there. Amoonguss probably Pollen Puffs into Rillaboom right now. It actually just gets full parried. Don't hate that. Okay, lots of full paras happening in my favor right now. Let's U-turn off of you. I still haven't locked into a move. Let's attempt the Rock Slide now. We've now had 2 sleep turns. I am not doing well with sleep turns lately. I've been getting full sleep turns in some of my more recent battles. Continues to happen. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's get this full para again. Right here. Roaring Moon still hasn't taken a sleep turn, which is also still concerning. It's the Stomping Tantrum into Arcanine. Okay, Arcanine does not get to explore what it can possibly do with its moves. Thanks to full sleep turns. Cool, cool, cool. They're locked into Stomping Tantrum. Part of me is like, do I just Wood Hammer the Fluttermane? I think there's a chance they switch out here is the thing. And get Amoonguss in for the Landorus right now. I'm going to call that. Oh, it didn't do it. I'm really upset, man. I really, like... I understand, like, here's the thing. My team is built around the para-flinch situation. Like, that is the strategy I am going for, right? But the sleep turn thing is just like, throw Spore anywhere and cross your fingers that you get 3 sleep turns. And that's just, like, what has been happening to me for the past, like, 4 times I was in this situation. I just get full sleep turns. It's like, it's not a mandatory sleep turn. It's 3 mandatory sleep turns. It's just frustrating. My opponent did a great job getting me into that situation, but it's just like, you know, how much can you take? I can get some full paras here, potentially. We got 1 full para right there. Pollen Puff, as long as that's happening, I'm in a bad situation, though. Ugh, it's just a shame. It's a crying shame. Good game to my opponent. They played it, you know, exactly as they needed to. It's just so obnoxious. Like, Arcanine really was so important in that endgame. It lined up really well against the Amoonguss. It lined up really well against the Terra-flying Landorus. And, you know, I could have obviously swapped it out and Intimidated if I'd been able to do that. But, you know, the chances that I stay in sleep turns was low. Like, my optimal play was what I was doing, which was, like, attacking. There's a better chance you wake up right now than stay sleeping for 3 turns. And if I'd done that, then we could have done something, but not when you can't move. Good game to my opponent. Hark. Resisting the urge to make a Christmas song reference and or joke. Cool. Cool team. Not a team I'm particularly scared of, because Rock Slide is such a integral part of my strategy, and a lot of those Pokemon don't like it. Let's go with Arbok. I want to get the Tailwind if I can. We're going to go with... Oh, you know what? Ooh, T-Tar is actually the player. T-Tar's here mostly for Trick Room. It matches up really well against Psyspam and Torkoal. And you can bring T-Tar as like a super specially defensive and also boost your Arcanine special defense. option. Huh. Maybe I bring both of them. I'm weak to water, but I kinda don't hate it. Yeah, let's get some sand going. You want to bring your snow? It's gonna get sandy. Gosh, I feel like the sun is setting, dude. It's noon. Whoa. All right, they're faking out something. They also boosted speed. That's concerning. We're going to glare you and protect for a turn. Then I'll be faster. If Arbok can survive this turn, it's also very possible that Arbok gets faked out and doesn't get to move. Or it's possible that they try to fake out the Roaring Moon. Oh. Oh, they just went for the Blizzard. Oh, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Icy Wind. Nice little glare there. Let's glare the Gyarados too. I think on this turn I go... do I need to Tera Fire? Or can I just Tailwind? Part of me feels like I might need the Tera in the back somewhere. My Teras in the back are Grass and Flying. Do I not want that against Snow, do I? I really am just thinking about the Gyarados here. Let's do it. If I can get the Tailwind up here, and I'm pretty confident that I can. My Arbok will move before the Gyarados. And that's ultimately the most important thing. Because if I can para the Gyarados, then we got stuff for it in the back. Are you Lumberry or anything weird like that? Nope. Not today. Ooh, and you get the full para there. Immediately. Cool. I think I can go into T-Tar now. Just because I don't mind if T-Tar's speed gets reduced, to be honest. And we can Rock Slide. I'm intimidated. But I'm still moving before these two. Really, I just want to cycle out the Intimidate. And reset my Arbok's speed. We got a flinch on something. Oh, we got 2 flinches on 2 things. That is the strat, baby. And now it's like, bring out your Ninetales if you think you can do it. We're going to miss a Rock Slide here into the Gyarados. T-Tar moves next. Oh, T-Tar, you beautiful son of a gun. Blanchette pulling. Give her the Oscar. Give her the Oscar. Give her the Oscar. It was last year's Oscars, right? Good game to my opponent. Oh, what a team. Interesting. Rain team I want to disrupt that with my sand if I can. And I also think that Tailwind might not be too bad an idea here. Lots of things that I can paralyze. No electric types, in fact, so I can paralyze all of them. If I so choose. Kind of feeling like sand is the play. And then Bonkey. They locked in, man. They locked in. There's a couple things, honestly, that offensively Arbok might be able to do. I could Sucker Punch a Basket Legion. I could Gunk Shot a Ludicolo. You got to be bringing one of those too, right? Those are your two, you know, Swift Swim sweepers. Swift Swim sweepers. Overquill the former alpha. Chill, dude. Clear Amulet on the Overquill. Okay. Speed intensifies. Let's glare you, and let's just protect for a turn. I feel like I often have to do this with a Roaring Moon. It's protect turn 1. But I think they're going to U-turn Roaring Moon. Dude, Landorus do this all the time. Let's see if I can't get my glare off. Perfect. What's Overquill going to do here? What are you doing here, pal? Also, coming for Salamance's throat. Don't appreciate that, pal. Now I can glare the Overquill. I actually don't think I'm going to Tera. I don't want to be a Fire Tera. I know that it's good against these two at this very moment, based on those moves it just went for. But I know what's in the back. We're not doing that. What's Tailwind? I got to think about what I do to deal with the Overquill in this game. Kind of my biggest concern. It might just be Rock Slides. Pelipper the Stern, huh? Doesn't kill. Does it poison? No. Okay. Does Barbarage even poison, or does it just does more damage to things that are poisoned? I feel like it also has a poison chance. That could be wrong. Let's get the Pelipper in on this as well. We go T-Tar here. Pretty safe switch, I think. We'll reset Roaring Moon's... It doesn't need the speed boost anymore, but we'll reset its attack. Because I could see Rock Slide coming into play here later. Just glaring everything. This is the way. This is the way. We get the full para on the Overquill there. And the full para. Don't even need the para flinch. Forget about that. Cool. I'm going to Gunk Shot this slot. Should I be swapping out Arbok to preserve the Intimidate? I don't think I need to do that. Pelipper swaps out. They want their rain. Oh, Gunk Shot's just gonna miss. Rock Slide hits though. Can we get the para flinch on the Overquill, please? Heh. It's all going according to plan. In a bit of a weird spot here. I feel like Rillaboom is safe to bring into this slot because they're not going to go for U-turn or Barb Barrage into the Arbok. So we can go Rillaboom right there. Meanwhile, I'm kind of risking T-Tar here, but I can knock off the Lando. I'm a little scared of what this means for me, but we paralyzed a couple of the rain abusers, so Swift Swim is a little less scary. Choice Scarf. Likely story. The Stomping Tantrum, actually amazing defensive switch into Rillaboom there. And they crunch the Rillaboom. Whoa, relax. Relax. Jeez. Hey, yo. Whoa. Tailwind Peters. That's okay. Let's Woodhammer the Lando. And let's get Charbok back in here. We can get another Intimidate. The Overquill hasn't swapped out yet, so this will be the... Oh, no, sorry. Clear Amulet on the Overquill. Glad I remembered that. So getting Arbok back in here really does nothing. Nothing at all. Good. We drop the Lando at least. Shouldn't die to recoil here. But we lose Rilla in the process. If it's the Baskia Legion in the back, not great. I go Roaring Moon here. My guess is they go Pelipper. Cool. So we're not going to die to my own sand. Thank you for the rain, honestly. We can now Rock Slide. I can swap in T-Tar. Ooh, no. Now I do die to the sand. What are we doing? I should have just Gunk Shotted the Pelipper. That's what I should have done. Instead, we did a different thing, and we killed our own Tailwind user. Let's see if it works out for him, Cotton. We're going to miss the Rock Slide into the Pokemon that can absolutely devastate my T-Tar here. And they get the Tailwind. Good. Good. All this stuff is so good. I can't even decide all the good stuff I'm seeing. It's all really good. Okay, here's the plan. I can Gunk Shot this slot. Okay. I can also glare that slot. I'm gonna glare that slot. The Gunk Shot would be nice damage. But if they swap... No. I Gunk Shot that slot, sorry. I Tera, and then I Tera Blast into the Overquill. Sorry. Lots to think about there. They have not Terra'd yet, which is concerning. but I also haven't shown Sucker Punch. I'm realizing that if they swap out the Pelipper, yes, it'd be nice to pair a Basculegion, or whatever that last Pokemon is. Oh, doesn't matter if I miss the Gunk Shot, though, huh? Ooh, but the full pair on the Overqwil, which does move next. And they click Rain Dance. That's really quite a cool tech. I could explain my thought process there, but if we're just missing things for the sake of missing things, like, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Does Sucker Punch from an Arbok kill Overqwil right here? Probably not. I think I just Gunk Shot again to that slot. Any Rock Slide. I kind of need a full para here. I mean, I don't know that they can kill either of my Pokemon here. Crunch hurts. Bro, you gotta be joking. Oh, you gotta be joking. My RNG in this game is not... This whole video, it's not good. It's not good, okay? I know my team's built around RNG, but that's balancing out pretty heavily. I think we can all agree. Gunk Shot does 61 to 72% to Pelipper. Pelipper would be dead here. Sucker Punch does 47 to 56% to the Basculegion. That is a 80% chance to 2-hit KO. So at that point, it's T-Tar and Arbok against Basculegion. If it Tera Waters... Sucker Punch drops to 23 to 28%. Okay. But also at that point, a single target Rock Slide. Looking like it's doing... Why is it... It's a weird set. Yeah, I still get this game. If I can get into a 1v2 situation against the Basculegion. Oh, frustration, man. For the record, Gunk Shot is an 80% chance to hit. I know that's not the most accurate thing in the world, but 4 times out of 5 I should be hitting it, and I just missed it twice in a row. Especially if they're killing my Pokemon with wave crashes. That's recoil damage as well. Like, that's my game if we don't miss those Gunk Shots. If we hit one of those Gunk Shots. I just needed a 2v1. I needed Arbok to still be around. Between Sucker Punching and Rock Sliding or knocking off into the Basculegion there. Pain. Good game to my opponent. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you want to use this super fun Paraflinch Arbok theme for yourself, rental codes on screen, PokePaste, and full team breakdown are in the description below. Did I have a good time using Arbok today? Arbok is a Pokemon. I had a great time, right? But what we ended up with here in this video were 2 late game losses to RNG and a disconnect. So what I want to say is I feel like Arbok was done dirty here, because Arbok put us into those situations where we would have won those games if not that 3-turn sleep and those Gunk Shot misses, right? And so for me, I would so be down to keep using this team, and I'm going to use it in the chat battles when we go, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday nights. Join us for that, and you might see this Arbok team again. I'd love to see it do a little bit more. I'm just out of time to record. This video's got to go up today. Okay, so I apologize we couldn't get some better battles where Arbok doesn't get, screwed by the game engine, but it's the game we play. I'm sorry about it for the snake. I think it's really fun. I think it's a good Pokemon, and is it a good Pokemon? Who are we kidding here? I think it can be used to effect with the right surrounding mons, and I think that this team, while not perfect, helps support the thing Arbok does best, which is glare stuff. So there you go. Thanks again for clicking on the video in the first place. Hit the buttons on the way out. Trying to get to 10K by the end of the year. It could be so cool. But regardless, thanks for watching this video at all. And until next time, my name is Berm. See you later.